Leaving Miami on a cruise ship, it's wow. My name's Gary Dean. I'm the Blue Hat Bucket List Traveler. Did 34 cruises in 43 months, saw the world, drove all 48 states and 10 provinces in that same 43 months, did a lot of travel. Hope you enjoy all my videos. There'll be hours and hours of them. So Miami, I've always saw the videos. If you cruise at all and you see cruise videos or you see websites, cruise line websites, a lot of times the big one will be leaving Miami. It's one of the biggest ports, if not the busiest port in the world for cruise ships. Many a day going in and out of there. And it's Miami. I mean, let's just start there, right? 12 months a year, it's good weather, sunny and warm, odd hurricane. So look out for those if you're gonna go. Google hurricane season. But I think a lot of them miss that. I don't know if Miami gets hit too often direct. So this is a funny story because I came into Miami. I did the third cruise I did was Los Angeles to Miami through the Panama Canal. It was my Panama Canal on a big ship cruise. It was on the NCL Bliss, Panama, and it was all a highlight to me. The Acapulco Cliff Divers. It was a great cruise. But I was definitely looking forward to seeing Miami. I'd been to Miami in my car. I live on the West Coast. It's a long drive, but I've been over there. Like I said, I've been to all 48 states. I've driven everywhere. So I drove down. I've been to Miami, and it was South Beach and, Little Havana and all that. It was amazing. But I wanted to see it from a cruise ship because that's one perspective, obviously, you only get if you're doing a helicopter or a cruise ship or some type of ocean vessel. The day we got there on the Bliss, it was December, and it was maybe 68 degrees, which would be like 18 Celsius. It was cloudy. It was dark. It was like, what? November's kind of the end of hurricane season, so yeah, they were still getting pumped up for their, it was going to get better weather for sure. And, like any tropical place, they can have their days. But yeah, it was disappointing for me. I was expecting blue sky and, amazing photos. And now we've arrived and I'm doing videos of all my trips. So you'll see that eventually. Just keep watching for the full videos of Panama Canal on a big ship, cruise number 3. And you'll see what I mean when we got there. And it was, the other thing is Miami was such a big port, and a lot of cruise ships. It was very busy to get off of the ship. It was definitely delays to get us situated and then get us off. And by the time we got off, the tours that were going to take us through Miami and drop us at the airport were already running an hour or 2 hours late. So we didn't get to see a lot of Miami. We did get to go down to Little Havana for lunch, which was delicious, and got to see the domino players and whatnot. And the rest of it, though, we just drove by. We didn't get to stop. And the weather, like I said, was iffy at best. It didn't rain, luckily, but it was definitely cloudy and miserable, cold. Definitely needed your hoodie on. So it was a funny one. So that was coming into Miami. And then I had the dream, I want to go out of Miami. I want to be on a cruise ship leaving Miami. I wanted to do the Panama Canal on a small ship. Did it on the big ship on the Bliss coming from Los Angeles through Panama Canal into Miami. And you can do the Panama Canals, where you just go in the thing, and they never really go through the whole canal. They just go through a bit of it, look around, and then go back out the way you came. I want to do the real full one, which is like, to me, the Super Bowl of cruising. It's an 8 hour journey through, and it's pretty amazing. So I did it on the big ship, and now I want to do it on the small ship, and I want to go out of Miami. And then I see the NCL Jade. So you got to figure out what are the big ships, what are the small ships. So the Jade, the jewel class of NCL, and it's a small enough ship, it's going to go through the old canal. And the old canal has the mules that pull them through and everything. So I found it to be way more exciting. Well, the first one was exciting, obviously, but I found it to be way more exciting because the mules are right there and they're pulling, and it's a slower process and just more the Panamanians are running all the machines and they're happy and they're waving, and the other ships are coming slowly through, container ships and car haulers and cruise ships. So you're literally close to each other and waving, and it was a real festival day. I recommend, if you can only do it once, do it on a small ship, and if you can do it twice, do it both like I did. But so I booked that cruise, and it's going to go out of Miami in late February. So I'm thinking the weather's got to be good. It's February, and I get into Miami, and yeah, It's sunny and hot. Perfect. Got onto the ship. If you check out some of my shorts, you'll see it. Going out of Miami was just everything I had ever dreamed it would be. It was so scenic and beautiful. And getting on a cruise ship in Miami was easy. They got NCL had its own terminal there, even just like at an airport or whatever. They had their own setup, so it was just all good and easy. And getting on the ship was easy. And then the view, to see Miami. We were there, well, because it's such a well-run cruise terminal and so easy. I got there at 12:30. I was on the ship before 1, and we're not leaving till 5. So I had 3 or 4 hours just to hang out and look around the ship, get to know the NCL Jade ship, which is a beautiful little ship. Has the Spinnaker lounge, so you got the forward view on it. Had great back view off the buffet is set up in the back, so you got the great off the back of the ship view. Got the 7th deck view. So lots and lots to see. And so I got to see Miami for 4 hours, right? Yeah, it's beautiful. And you're right, like downtown Miami. You're right in the heart of it. So yeah, it was beautiful. It was really something. So 4 hours doing that, and then okay, now we're gonna go. And I was like, excellent. Okay, here we go. And slowly it goes out of there, right? And it's because there's so many ships. It's almost like taking off at an airport. You gotta queue up. You gotta get in the line. Yeah, and such a party. All the other ships are blowing their horns at us, and we're blowing our horn at them. And all the passengers on all the other ships are cheering, and we're cheering. And that was just really, you get a bit of that at Port Canaveral because it's can be busy like that too, but nothing like Miami. Well, say nothing. I mean, it's 3/4 of Miami, but Miami's still the full pull thing. And Miami's much more, beautiful. It's obviously a beautiful city. Port Canaveral is not much there except for cruise ships. Orlando's like 40, 50 minutes from there. So yeah, you're really in the middle of nowhere out there in Port Canaveral. So Miami, you're right in the thick of it. Everybody's cheering, everybody's going, and then away we go. And the beaches, just condos everywhere. The millions of dollars in real estate, just beautiful. And and the cars are Lamborghinis, and you just see it all, right? It's Miami. This is richest cities in America, I'd have to think. Yeah, it was worth it. You'll see my videos and check my shorts, and also of course do a whole video on of the actual going out of there. Color me impressed. That's all I could say on those videos. I was like, this is more than I ever thought it would be. Yeah. It was a dream come true, and it was my third to last cruise. It was cruise. It's 34 cruises, and it was number 32 and 33. I did back to back. It went out of there. It went down through Panama Canal and then into Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. So quite a cruise. And then I stayed on it, didn't get off, and we came out of Peru, went back up through Colombia, Panama, and then into Central America. So I got to see Costa Rica, a lot of Mexico. So yeah, also El Salvador, which I'm wearing the El Salvador shirt here. So yeah, hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. You get a chance, you go in and out of Miami, you're going to love it. I did. I think most beautiful big cruise port. I've been in more beautiful small places, but for a big city with a big cruise port, Miami is creme de la creme. It's amazing. Loved it. And I hope you get to experience it too one day. Cheers.